Alright guys, second on the list that I like to do when I get a new vehicle is put on a steering wheel cover, because some of the old steering wheels start to fall apart depending on the fabric or how they were made. So, you know, I like to have a nice new steering wheel on, and this one I had from my Camaro, so it actually fit pretty good, so I'm happy with it. And the second thing you're going to want to do after the car wash and you drive it home and take pictures of it as is, you guys are going to want to clean it really good. I know dealers clean the vehicles pretty good, but they don't go over everything. Like, I'm going to take a toothbrush and paper towels and cotton Q-tips and go in every single crack, just everywhere. And of course you want to get a vacuum and vacuum every single area possible. I do have new carpet for the Mustang. It's going to give it a more fresher smell than, you know, how it smells now, because, you know, it is a 10-year-old vehicle, so unless it's garage kept from the start and kept mint condition from start, you're not going to have the best smell that you want. I love the new car smell, so we got new carpet to put in here. And another reason why I put new carpet in, the carpet overall is really not that bad shape, but not only will it freshen up the smell, give you a newer car smell, but it gives a chance for me to take out the seats, spray paint under the seats where it might be a little bit of surface rust, because seats, for some reason, they seem to rust. I don't know why, but they get a little rusty, so I'll spray it and then spray WD-40 in the gears and stuff. And also, it gives me a good chance to check under the carpet for any build sheets or any factory vehicle papers that they used to. I don't know if they still do or not, and 2008 might be too new, but they used to put build sheets under the floors, normally the passenger side under the seat. So we'll see. Yeah, so stay tuned. Alright, so we need to fix this panel here. I bought brand new leather, but for now we are just gonna re-glue this. Seems to be a common thing. I've searched on different forums and they say it's common. Looks like someone re-glued it at one point and didn't do a good job, so it's pretty nasty. So we're gonna scrape up some of that, and we're gonna get this back on here for now until we install the brand new one. So I'm going to be using contact cement. I should have a link to where you can buy this in the description. It comes with a brush, but as you can see, someone probably used similar stuff with a brush and got it everywhere. Guys, it's best to use a little Q-tip to do this. Don't use a brush if it's something small and tedious. Alright, so that leather is too far gone. It is shrunken. I can't put it back in, so we're going to try to put the other leather on. But it's so much glue, I might just get a new panel altogether, because this panel is actually, you can see they got glue everywhere. I tried to get it off, and it's actually pretty gross. So we're probably going to just replace the door panel itself. Alright, next step, we're using disinfectant cloths on the seats to try and get the seats, I mean, as you can see, a little dirty, nasty. We're going to try and get the seats cleaned up as good as we can. Even though I am putting seat covers on, I still want to get it cleaned up as good as I can. So I can definitely affirm that if I didn't save this car would probably be worth $1,500 to $2 grand someday, because they really did not take care of it. All the owners. Check out how dirty the panel is. Look at that. And that's this panel right up here. Plastic piece is that dirty. It's just disgusting. But you know what? We're saving this Mustang. It's gonna be an awesome Mustang someday. So here's how the vents look before. These are the air vents. Here's how they look after. Just a little TLC. Now I gotta clean inside. That's a lot of people forget to clean on the inside as far as you can. And again, so what I'm doing is I'm actually just going over with disinfectant wipes, and then I'm gonna go over with Q-tips to get even deeper into spots. So yeah. Alright, so we got the radio cleaned up pretty good. Bad, you can see the fake chrome is shining up really nice, giving a good luster. Bad thing about using paper towels, you get that white, well, paper kind of thin floating around like all this stuff here. When you're driving with the windows down, that stuff will eventually blow out. Alright, so now, a lot of things people don't clean are the seat belts, and let me tell you, this seat belt is disgusting. It is so oily and so nasty. I'm buying a new one. I'm replacing this because it is disgusting. I have never, in all 13 plus vehicles I've worked on, I've never seen a seat belt this gross. So yeah, that seat belt is gone. Alright, I got the seats infected with disinfection. Wiped down all the back so they're a little wet. Thank God for seat covers. I'm gonna definitely go on the record and say this is one of the dirtiest vehicles I've ever cleaned out. I think at one point this was a smoker's vehicle. I think long time ago, probably close to when it was new, because the panels that people would normally forget to wipe down were like a rust color, and that is typically from old cigarette residue. So someone probably smoked, but they probably had the windows down while they smoked, and it stained. So over the years, people, wipe the dash. New car owners, everybody always wipes the dash down and stuff. So there wasn't any on there, but the panels, like back up in here and back through there, where everybody kind of just slacks a little bit when you buy the vehicle and clean it. Yeah, so luckily it doesn't smell like cigarette smoke. It's a little musty smell, but we're gonna get this freshened up. I believe if this car could cry, it is crying tears of joy that I am its new owner. Alright, well, it looks a whole lot better than when I first started. The fake chrome plastic pieces are shining very nicely. Some of these ones up here, really hard, took a lot of scrubbing. So we're gonna get the seat covers. So yeah, we got a side panel we need to replace. I got it to stick on, but the last owner, well, I shouldn't say the last owner, I should say the last person who tried to stick it on got it all over the place. So I was able to get it on to stay, but the leather must have been so dried out. I assume the sun was shining in from the driver's side and hitting it and dried it out that it looks bad. So that'll get replaced. This driver seat belt will be replaced. Center console, they make carbon fiber ones, but they're real expensive, so that down the road that'll be replaced. I got touch-up paint, as you can see, some imperfections that I'll touch stuff up. Yeah, but I got it turned out pretty nice. It definitely could use a wax job on the outside. So there's just a quick look. Yeah, got lots of cool things to come. Oh yeah, I forgot to clean the trunk. So it's definitely pretty dirty. Like this piece needs replaced, but they're pretty expensive as well, so I'll slowly save up birthday and Christmas money over the next X amount of years. So let's see. There we go. Now we can actually see the trunk in the daylight, and there's a massive amount of room in here. Love it. We're actually going to be putting a trunk matte down in here, so it's gonna look nicer. But you know what? I was thinking you could get up in here to clean from the trunk, but you can't. So, with that being said, because it looks like it's really dirty up in there. It looks like it actually hasn't even been vacuumed probably since 6-7 years ago up there, cleaned at all. Oh my word, that's gonna be fun. Alright, I'm gonna work on getting the seat covers put in. So this is actually a Fender Gripper. They make ones that actually are designed to fit your whole trunk, which I'll get in the future. So this one, I actually bought 2 Fender Grippers. You put these around your fenders when you're leaning over or working so you don't scratch up the body. So the corners are sticking up a little bit, so I'm putting something heavy to keep it down. But these gloves, I always have gloves in my vehicles if I ever need them, and always have a tire kit, well, a tire repair kit in my vehicle if you ever get a nail or something and you need it. So we put on a smoke license plate with no frame. I have a carbon fiber one with a smoked plate cover, but for now, until the car gets a brand new paint job, I'm not putting on certain parts because the paint looks, it looks beautiful from here, but up close you can see a lot of imperfections, and it really does need a new paint job if I'm going to install a lot of brand new parts that I have for it. So for now, we are just going to simply put on used parts that I already have that are nice, but not the brand new ones. And slowly we'll put newer parts on once we get closer to that paint job. So you guys will see as we go down the line and keep updated with everything. So we are replacing the fuel cap with a lockable one. We have a new riveted lid, and I also have another one that is lockable that we will have in the future, but for now we're just putting this lockable cap on instead of the actual lockable lid. But in the future, when it gets repainted and everything, we'll do that. But simply if you still have this, you simply pry off right here, let me see, pry off your new and old cap right in here. Just go along the edges and pry that piece off. Then you can stick it back on after you put this on. Right, so it wouldn't fit on with it, so we're actually going to keep this in the old cap and for one day when we get the other locking lid. So for now we just have the locking cap. So we'll set that aside with any other old parts. So I bought really cheap seat covers for now. Eventually I want to do red, because eventually this stripe that you see, I want a red one. The gold does stand out, so it'll be a hard choice to make, but I think I want to do red and black is going to be the theme. So we'll see though, that's way down the road. Well, I can definitely say you get what you pay for. Everything's crooked, it doesn't line up right. It's definitely a lot cheaper material, but it'll do the trick now, for now, until we get real ones. So the back ones are made for a bench seat. They sent me the wrong one, or this is just another fun Chinese brand. Anyway, I just stuck it on just for the heck of it for now. No one's really ever going to be back here, so again, until we get actually real ones that actually are made for the vehicle, it'll just do its job. So guys, here's a interesting fact. Did you know spiders hate the smell of peppermint oil? They will run far, far away from that smell. And did you know what? It actually smells pretty good. It's a great way to mask odors, so I'm going to be putting some in my vehicle. So it's going to smell a lot better. It's not cheap. In fact, it is origin is from Japan. This is 100% pure and natural oil. So I wish I could find a spider. Anyway, maybe it's an old wives' tale, maybe not, but it does help make your vehicle smell a little better. It is strong, so I don't need to put too much. I'll just use a paper towel and dab around at different spots. Alright guys, this ends day number 2 of cleaning. So, show you guys how it looks now. Just ignore the Q-tips from cleaning. I still do need to go in the deep crevices of the vehicle as well, but for the most part, you know, we're done. So I'm trying to figure out, when you get on the gas, you can hear like a whistle sound. It like sounds like a little turbo. I'm gonna try and be quiet and see if you guys, well, I don't want to get on the gas around this area. Oh, it is 55. So I'm gonna get on the gas a little bit here and see if you can hear it. It's at a certain point, like when I put it like even half throttle, you can't hear it that much. So we're at a red light now, so I'm gonna be quiet and see if you guys can hear it. So I'm gonna try and put the camera down at the floorboard here. I don't know, maybe someone added a whistle or something, or maybe that's just the Ford Mustangs, how they sound. It's awesome. There's definitely got to be a shift kit installed as well. Man, does it shift quick. Not like any of the Ford Mustangs I've ever seen. So, I don't know. That's the kind of thing you don't know really much about a vehicle. So that was, that's the first time I got on this thing a little bit. Oh my word. I wasn't even on it that hard. I would say half throttle, maybe a little over half throttle. The rear tire started spinning, so I stopped. The rear tire, yeah, so the rear started spinning, so I let up a little bit on the gas. Wow. I'm definitely not going to go full throttle because I don't want to beat this car, because this is a long-term future build, so I'm not going to beat it. As soon as I, you know, felt the spin and heard the spin of the tires, I let off because I didn't want to keep it winding out or burn the rubber on the tires or throw rubber on the wheel wells or anything. But yeah, there's definitely something done. I wonder if a computer chip was installed and if it was tuned at all at some point from some owner, because it's definitely not just your regular 4.0 V6 Mustang. I mean, this thing's quick. So, and I've owned 400 horsepower vehicles. And this is pretty quick. I mean, my Z28 V8 put out 245 horsepower. You know, like without getting on this fully, I can't really tell, you know, how it compares to that. But it's definitely got a shift kit because it shifts, moves, and it doesn't let up. Your speed doesn't drop. It just keeps picking up through the gears. Wow. Oh, I do want to add that peppermint oil is extremely strong. Like I said, it masks odors extremely well. So what I do is I just put dab a little bit on a paper towel and then leave it in the vehicle, and it overpowers it. I mean, it's very strong, so you might not like it. So keep that in mind. Get the smallest bottle you can. It's It's my recommendation before you really want a lot of it. But it makes your vehicle smell like strong peppermint. And any vehicle that has, dog odor or any odors, it's definitely really good for it, because you can definitely mask out those odors. Take care, guys. Don't forget to subscribe.